Hey guys, Chris Davis with Revival Cycles here. Going to give you a brief update on the Ducati Fuse project we've been working on here in the workshop over the last few months. The owner of this bike's been very involved with the design. He saw this bike, the Ducati J63 that we built back in 2015, fell in love with it, wanted his own version of that bike. That's what this motorcycle is. We started with a Ducati 1100 Monster engine and have designed and built everything else around it. The J63 and this motorcycle look pretty similar to most people. They both have a stainless steel frame, a Ducati engine, spoked wheels, but this bike in particular has a custom one-off CNC machine swing arm, bespoke rear sets. The bodywork is all one piece, so the fuel tank, tail section, seat is all one piece, which is very challenging to build. The most challenging part has been the triple clamp handlebars. So normally you have a separate triple clamp that holds your forks in place, and then a set of handlebars for your brake and clutch controls and your handlebar buttons. This bike incorporates all of those components into a single piece. I've never seen it done before. Brake and clutch master cylinders are integrated into the top handlebar, which is also the top triple clamp, which also has the push buttons for all of the controls built into the handlebars. Over the last few weeks, we've put the finishing touches on the leather grips and switch panels, and then also the internal throttle, making sure that the cable routing is done as best it can through the frame so that it works properly. What we're doing with the wiring is we've extended all of the wiring going to the throttle bodies and different sensors for the fuel injection system so that we can route them as cleanly and as hiddenly as possible, since there's very, very little room and quite a few wires. We've also put the finishing touches on the throttle bodies. These are actually stock Ducati throttle bodies that we've removed any extraneous castings. We've polished the throttle bodies. We've worked with the owner of the bike to design these throttle wheels and the throttle position sensor housing cover, just to make the throttle bodies look as elegant as they can, so they integrate with all the other custom pieces of this motorcycle. Making these throttle bodies actually work has been a pretty big challenge. We've removed the idle air control valve so that the bike looks cleaner. When you stand back and look at this bike, it looks like it shouldn't work, but it's gonna do everything a modern motorcycle should do. Another area of the Ducati Fuse project we've been working on is the bodywork. This is definitely the most complicated piece of bodywork that we've ever built here at Revival. The fuel tank, seat, tail section. This is an all aluminum hand-formed piece of bodywork. The design, the paintwork, is going to be a section of red paint with a polished reveal down the middle of the bodywork. The way that this fuel tank was fabricated, there's a seam right down the middle. So if we had polished this and left bare aluminum, you would have seen the seam right down the middle of the fuel tank. The best idea we could come up with was chrome plating the entire bodywork section, and that would give us the mirror finish, beautiful, perfect chrome strip down the middle, and still allow us to paint the sides the way the owner wanted the design. This is by far the longest running project we've ever worked on, primarily because of the owner's involvement in the project, his desire to do the majority of the design himself. That's the fun part for him, is getting to see what's in his head and turn it into reality. And it's been really cool to be a part of that. We plan to have this bike finished by the November hand-build show.
Now's the time of video where most people ask for money or donations or whatever. I'm not gonna ask you for that. What I'm gonna say to you is, if you wanna see more videos and you wanna learn more of what we've learned, and you wanna see a deep dive into a lot of these topics, go to our website and buy something. We sell everything from motorcycle gear, helmets, motorcycle parts, specialized tools. We sell lots of things, and they've all taken us years to figure out what the best stuff is, and we figured it out. So go to revivalcycles.com. There's some really good stuff there. Everything from like kick-ass hand grips from Posh to Radiance LED lighting and everything in between. We want to teach you what we know, but this stuff takes time and it takes real effort to make these videos and make them good for you guys. So go support us by helping yourself to the cool stuff you already need. And it helps us because we make a little bit of profit and then we can justify doing more videos. Thanks for your support.